Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine. I'm so sorry, sleepyheads. I know you guys were just like, Sage, where did you go? We were waiting for you to review episodes 4, and then episode 5, and then here comes 6, and now 7. I've been meaning to do it. Unfortunately, NaNoWriMo, aka National Novel Writers Month, has had me running ragged as it did last year. So, but even more this year, but that's no excuse, sleepyheads. I promise you, I'm going to get all of these reviews done ASAP. A big shout out to Marissa, who basically convinced me earlier today that I needed to do another Sleepy Hollow review, and here goes nothing. So I'm about to review Sleepy Hollow Season 3, episode number 4, entitled The Mills Sisters, or The Sisters Mills. Either way, it was all about Jenny and Abby working together with Ichabod sprinkled in there. A little bit of Betsy Ross and a whole ball of crazy from Pandora. So what did I think about the episode as a whole? It was another good one. Clearly, I like the episode, obviously, because I'm smiling again. I haven't seen a bad one yet. As far as this episode goes, Pandora was giving me life, as she has been since she stepped onto the TV screen in episode 1. But clearly, this Tooth Fairy thing most definitely came out of Pandora's box, or is a cousin of something that came out of that box, because that thing was freaky. I'm glad that the kids had Abby and Ichabod and Jenny to, talk to them about this, because that was pretty traumatizing to see that contortionist, weird-faced, long-tongued thing that was basically after children's souls and their teeth. And I mean, it changes my whole scope or my whole view on the Tooth Fairy. I don't even know if I want to teach my future kids about the Tooth Fairy. That's how freaked out I am. And I will believe my children when they talk about monsters. We will sit down, throw some holy water, we will pray something, because clearly these kids are seeing something that us adults are not seeing. Now, what else about this episode? Pandora, once again, that chick, honestly, I swear, she is literally one of the best things, in my opinion, about this season, because she's so unpredictable. She's so, as I've said previously, able to just kind of fit into society, and no one's questioning the fact that she's there, and she's so, like, creepy, yet you find yourself drawn to her and talking to her. Like, that's what I love about her. But I cannot wait to see her in her true form, because in this episode, it kind of like, you could kind of see her eyes change. Then I don't know, maybe it was me, I saw some type of like reptilian like stuff on her face. Like, is she some type of reptile demon or something crazy like that? But at least in this episode, we were given a smidgen of a background on her, as far as, and I'll paraphrase this quickly, that she claimed God told her father to beat her, and then when she got sick of it, she was forced into slavery, and then, because basically her father beat her to the point where she couldn't talk anymore, and then what happened was that she told her master to feed her father to the lions, and I guess that's how she realized that she could manipulate people and get them to do what she wanted. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to learning more about Pandora through this series, and I'm actually probably going to start Googling Pandora. I'm really looking up her story and finding out more information about her, because everything was pretty limited as far as what I learned when I was in school. Another thing that I liked about this episode were the different scenes between sisters and that sisterly bond theme that I love the most about season 1, and I'm glad that the writers, Heather in particular, because I think she's the person that wrote this episode, brought that out in this episode, because we were able to see like that scene where Abby was worried about telling Jenny that she found their father, when Jenny obviously It shouldn't have been a big surprise to me, but Jenny had found him, and pretty much was just like, well, if you want to go find him, that's on you. And then at the end of the episode, after everything that happened, after Jenny spoke to Saffron and she told Saffron that story about how she had a big fight with Abby and they didn't speak for a very long time, and she was trying to convince little Saffron that everything was going to be okay. Jenny and Abby made up at the end of the episode, and that is something that I've been waiting for and looking forward to and hoping and praying that would be included in this season, and it was there, and I'm happy about it, which is why right now I'm clearly smiling. And I did like that scene whereas little Saffron took it upon herself to listen to Pandora, like you can get around not listening to her, but as a child listening to Pandora and then deciding to sacrifice herself to save her sister. And it really spoke volumes to me because of the fact that, like, she was a kid and she loved her sister that much that she was willing to sacrifice herself. And it also made me think about Abby and Jenny and the things that Abby has done to protect her sister and Jenny has done to protect Abby, and it was just a beautiful scene. Other than that, I just wanted to quickly touch on two characters, and that was Betsy Ross and Zoe. Now, as far as Betsy Ross, I'm glad that we are learning more about Ichabod's past, including Betsy Ross. I'm sure you guys are like, well, what are you talking about, Sage? Clearly, Betsy Ross meant a lot to Ichabod Crane. It's obvious. And I'm glad that we're learning more about her because of season 1 and I think season 2, unless I'm getting both seasons mixed up, where Ichabod mentioned Betsy Ross and how she was kind of mad at him, I guess, after they broke up. So now we're learning a little bit more about their relationship, and I think that's pretty cool. And also how Betsy Ross's niece got sick with the same affliction that little Jessica ended up getting because of that Abizu demon that came to her, and how Paul Revere played a big part in the whole situation because he was moonlighting as a silversmith and a dentist, but clearly he was just another soldier slash hunter in this ongoing centuries-old battle against the supernatural. Now, as far as Zoe goes, I think that her exchange with Ichabod is kind of cute. Is it going to last? I don't know, because I can see traces of basically Ichabod and Abby, you know, coming together closer and closer. And then there's the impending issue of this whole destroyer thing, which I think is pretty awesome. Because first, our heroes were the witnesses. Now, they are prophesized as the... Give me a second so I can find the word. Nepalutu, or the destroyers. So now, after all these years of fighting to stop the apocalypse, apparently the apocalypse is still coming. So apparently that reset did absolutely nothing but reset everything, and it changed Abby and Ichabod's position in this war, and they're going to, or it's prophesied that they will bring on the end, pretty much. But we saw another flower bloom, as I said, and that's another point for Pandora in this battle. So it really feels like Abby and Ichabod are on the path that she wants them to be on, and I cannot wait to see what else she has in store, what else she'll release from this box and that she has, and most importantly, what is the significance behind these roses. But you guys take care. I'm Sage Valentine, and as I said, the rest of these reviews will come ASAP, I promise you. Don't forget to rate this video, leave me some comments, check the links below, and hit that subscribe button. I love you guys. Take care. Bye, guys. Bye.